Hello, everybody. Cecil Pearson Jr. coming at you here. It's not live, it's Memorex. But I have an addendum to this morning's message and all day emails. See, there's a guy that, well, he had to be quieting down on the channel, and I'm not allowed to call his name because if I do, then I can get pinched for cyberbullying and lose my channel. But y'all know who he is, and he knows who he is. He was yelling and hollering about how I'd handled the situation with the Walmart girl wrong, that I should have stepped up and put an end to the altercation of verbalization. The armchair keyboard warrior. They always seem to know what they do when they're not being faced with the situation. Well, I'd just stomp a mud hole in her and walk it dry. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You're an armchair hero in real life that's nothing more than a zero. Understand that? My wife worked in the service industry for over 10 years. And in those 10 years, one time I happened to be in the store. The guy was getting very, very mouthy with her and getting real close to her. And I stepped between them and I pushed him back and I told him, that'll be about enough of that. My wife now went from having one person who was going to run his beak for about 30 more seconds and then leave to having two irate people about to have a confrontation. And we did have a confrontation, and it's lucky I didn't go to jail because I beat the brakes off that boy. And I flat told him, don't you ever speak to my wife like that again. I don't do it and you ain't neither. But my wife, when she got home, she went up one side of me and down the other. How dare you come in my place of work and act like that? I had it under control. If I had needed your help, I would have asked for it. You could have gotten me and you both killed. And she was right. Man, I hate saying that. Even today, even after she'd been dead almost 3 years, I still hate saying she was right. But she was. The guy was going to talk for about 30 more seconds and then leave, threatening to never come back, but be back in the next week because he had done this several times before. These armchair warriors don't understand what goes on in real life. These keyboard warriors, boy, they smash those keys talking about just how violent they would be with somebody, when in all actuality, they wouldn't do anything. I did what God put me there to do. I ministered to the little girl and made her feel better after the situation was over. I did not put her life in jeopardy or anybody else's life in jeopardy by interjecting myself into the situation and giving her more than one person to deal with. See, nobody ever thinks about that. So you can call me a coward if you want to there, buddy. But I served as a United States Army Commander Medic. Command Medic. You understand that? I commanded the 1st Day battalions. Not just one, all of them. I ran toward the bullets when everybody else was running away from them because that was my job. I had somebody hurt up there on the line and I needed to get them off of there. I took no thought for my personal safety. Serving as a deputy sheriff in Chatham County, I took no thought for my personal safety. None. I jerk my pistol out and go to work, not thinking about whether or not I was going to go home. in fire. I ran into burning buildings most people would run screaming from. But I went inside because that's where the work was at. That's where the job was. As an EMT on treacherous roads, vehicles flying by so fast while we try to save somebody's life on the side of the road that's been in a wreck, giving no thought to it. I'm not a coward, buddy. I just know better. I've lived longer than you. But you want to send me emails talking about how I bullied you. You're the one started the mess. I just told you to stop. And when you didn't stop, my admin shut you off. But don't worry. As soon as I get back home from having my daughter out here at this dental office, answering email after email after email that you have sent, being ugly, I'm going to find your name in chat. And I'm going to hide you from the channel. No one else is going to have to do it. I'm going to do it. That way you can't blame somebody else. You can come back and say you're sorry all you want to. I don't care. I told you in the emails, stop this nonsense, come on back in the channel, and behave yourself. If you start to get ugly, you'll get hid. And then you keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back because you're an armchair warrior and don't know when to shut your mouth. So I'm going to shut it for you. Now you're in my spam box and I'll never read another email you send. If you send me a message on Facebook, I'll ignore the messages and I'll never read another one of them. And you'll never speak here on my channel again. Not ever. See, that's how I do it. I'm not bullying. I'm just shutting your mouth because I'm sick of hearing it. All you had to do was just stop. But oh no, that armchair warrior, that keyboard warrior, that clackety, clack, clackety, clackety, as you type out your hate message, has now got you banned. Have fun with that. And I've said it 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 more, I guess. If you don't like the way I run this channel, and you don't like the words that I preach or how I preach, on the top right-hand corner of your screen is an X. Click it. The video will go away and you don't ever have to look at or hear my voice again. It's just that simple. No one is forcing you to watch me. You do it voluntarily. Now, I love each and every one of you, even the God that got out of hand, and I'm going to continue to pray for you. I really am. But I'm not going to hear from you again. I'm done with that. I don't have to put up with that kind of abuse, and I'm not gonna. Don't like it, don't care. But I love each and every one of you. But let this very thing right here be a lesson to everybody. Don't come at me when I know I did what was right. Don't. I'll bounce you quicker than Meadowlark Lemons dribbling a basketball down a court. I mean it. Anyway, love y'all. Bye now.